Welcome to the Off Metal Wednesdays, in which we take a look at a fabulous game that's not Blood on the Clock Tower, which is what we do on Thursdays. Don't get it twisted. Today, we have a very special guest I'd like to introduce from Lucky Duck Games. This is Bree.
Hi.
Hey, Bree.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We love it. We're very happy to have you. We're going to be talking about some of the things going on at Lucky Duck throughout the broadcast while playing a Lucky Duck game that has elements of worker placement, but also not hidden roles, but hidden knowledge. You're kind of bluffing about what you got put down out there, what you're taking over as we fight for the streets in the Court of Miracles. You want to tell us a little bit about this game first, or tell us a little bit about Lucky Duck?
I can do both.
All right.
So Lucky Duck Games is a game publisher. We are also a game localizer. So we localize games into English and also into other languages. The company is actually based in Poland, and most of our employees are located in Poland. So we do a lot of business selling games in addition to in English, in Polish, and also in French, and just recently started in Italian as well. So the Court of Miracles is one of the games that we localized from French. So this game was originally published in French, and we partnered with the publisher to localize a version of it into English. So the French version was not originally published by Lucky Duck, but we worked together, and now there is a Lucky Duck version of this game in English. So the Court of Miracles is a game where we are leading a guild of beggars to take over 16th century Paris. So the idea is to place your renown tokens, and you're going to have 6 of them, but we're all going to be fighting over neighborhoods, and as you place them, you take over in the neighborhood, but somebody else could come in and take over and kick you out, basically, and take over that neighborhood. There can only be 1 renown token in a neighborhood at a time, and your goal is simply to get all 6 of your renown tokens on the board at the same time.
Okay. Thematically, this just speaks to my soul. I don't know why, but trying to become the king of the beggars and take over the streets of Paris.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's some kind of romanticism.
I love the theme of this
really
game.
Bad, but...
I really do, and you'll see as we get more into the rules that the theme really does tie closely to the mechanics of the game, which is one of my favorite things in board gaming, when a game implements that sort of thing really well.
That's one of my favorite things of a lot of different games. I like Dune, the board game, even though basically you're investing half your waking life to play it. Because the better you know the books, the better, the more the mechanics make sense. So is there some kind of touchstone that we can rely on? Should we just use our natural knowledge of the French or beggars? What helps us thematically improve our strategic advantage, Bree?
I think probably this is going to be more about the theme of these. They're essentially, you are leading a guild of beggars to take over these neighborhoods, but we're placing our tokens in secret, and while we all start with the same tokens on our little player tokens, the back side of them we have the same options. As we go through the game, we can recruit new beggars to join our crew, and when you do that, you have to discard one into the river, and that is unfortunately no longer a member of your crew or anyone's crew, and it literally describes that in the rulebook as saying that beggar is left to their sad end in the river scene. That's yes. And
you're either in the crew or you're in the river.
Out. Yes. So
can we teach them to swim first?
We'll be drawing.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. No, once you choose. So what will happen is one of your actions that you can take when you place a token on the board will be to add a new rogue token to your selection. But when you do that, you have to replace one that you already have, and that will mean choosing one that you have to discard into the river. Once you've made that decision, that's kind of final. Sorry. Did I mention?
I didn't realize this was such a brutal game.
There is. This is a little more. This is a little more brutal than you might have expected. That is the only death as far as I can remember in this game.
Well, on Thursdays we kill on average 7 people.
You were looking for a break from that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're like
Yeah.
Wednesdays with
We
less
just wanted
death.
a sweet word game, and this is what you brought. No, we're here for
Is this-
this. That's what.
This
Are
is
we
how
going to
this
beat
is
our
how I
average?
just-
That's going to be the question. Are we going to beat our normal Thursday average more than 7 deaths today? Or
I hope
mean,
so.
that could
Do we
happen. I've
need
seen
to,
it.
like, sacrifice 3 players each, 3 beggars each, if we're trying to beat an average.
Get them out of here.
So
I
we'll
want
be-
an upgrade. Go get in the river.
We'll be drawing tokens at random from the bag, and that will be how you'll decide what will be, or how you'll choose what will be added to your selection. But that means that as we go through the game, our guild of beggars will change from each other, so that my starting setup becomes, 3 or 4 potentially different tokens from what the rest of you have. So we all have different options ahead of us. From right now, much like the beginning of a deck builder, we all have the same tokens available to us at the start of the game.
Okay.
So you're referring to these tokens right here. I can just go ahead because it says they're the same. I can just show everybody the back of this
well,
token.
we're not showing the game just yet.
Well,
we're just showing our
okay.
faces, Ty. So
Which is
Oh,
just
okay.
chatting. Yeah.
I'm a liar.
But yes, you could have done that.
we look just like a podcast right now, Ty. Just so you know.
You're like a liar and a cheat.
Yeah, I had to do some research about this game to know like what time period it was, because I was a bit confused by the art. At the first, I thought the art was showing me like revolutionary France, like guillotines and stuff is what I was picturing. I was like, oh, is this? And there was a peasant king. I was like, is there some? I obviously not obviously, but I do not know as much about French history as I probably should. Being from the UK,
Given
and it
the
was just over
proximity of
the
UK.
Seeing as how close it was and how intertwined our
Well,
histories have been.
I mean, in Adam's defense, I had explained to him like what happened in Ireland, and that's like a stone's throw away, literally.
Yeah,
from
but we
where
don't
he
teach
was.
that because we probably caused that stuff. So that's the
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing you don't.
Oh yeah. I got you.
So they don't teach the bad stuff we did as a.
Yeah.
But no, I'm
be
quite actually looking forward to this.
Thank you. I'm
All right.
excited to play it with you. This is and we released a set of games last year, which this is one of, that at the time we just didn't have the resources, really, the time, more than anything, the number of people that we really needed to put the marketing efforts behind it that we wanted to. So this game has actually been on the market for about a year already, but we are refocusing our efforts behind this game, Court of Miracles, King of 12, and Small Islands, which are all terrific games that came out last year, and that we want to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to see before we don't have them in stock anymore. And I want to give them their chance to shine more than anything, because I would love to see them continue.
Where can people see your games in person? I assume you'll be on the convention circuit?
Yes, absolutely. So we'll be at Gen Con in 2 weeks at booth 157. We'll have the Court of Miracles there. We'll also have all of our regular the games that we're best known for. So Chronicles of Crime is our flagship title. That's the game that really put us on the map. It wasn't our first title, but it was our first title that really kind of skyrocketed us into success. And it is a digital hybrid game. So that is a game where it's app supported, and you have to use an app in order to play. As you're exploring and solving a crime, you'll be scanning QR codes on locations, character cards, item cards, and you'll be using that. The app will take that input and tell you, what happens after you've interacted with this character or shown this item to this character and ask them questions about it. You'll also see virtual reality crime scenes that you can investigate, and then go through a set of item cards to figure out which ones represent the clues that you found in that scene. So that's
people have negative things to say about app-supported board games. Like, these are supposed to be analog, not digital. But Chronicles of Crime is one of my favorite app integrations for a board game. It's seriously that
makes me so
whole
happy.
VR scene. Like, the first time that we saw that, everybody at our table was like, whoa, wait, what? I need to look for like actual specific things. Like, yes, you do. It's wonderful. It's
Yep.
so good.
We used
I'm so
to
happy.
we used to play a lot of Sherlock Holmes Chronicles of Crime. No, Sherlock Holmes Detective Agents. There you go, Consulting Detective. We used to play
Consulting
that.
detective, yeah.
We used to play that a lot, and then we picked up. I'm pretty sure we kickstarted Chronicles of Crime, and then we saw it because I remember seeing it at Gen Con and walking up to the booth and going, "Is it also available here yet?" And it wasn't at the time. I was like, "Okay, good. As long as people here at Gen Con aren't getting it before my Kickstarter's supposed to arrive, I'm okay with that."
And that's something that we really put a lot of time and effort into making sure that we don't let happen. Like, we want to make sure that we're delivering to backers before we're selling it anywhere else.
And it is such a great integration of the app, as like Hayley's saying, and also not to spoil anything, but there are twists and turns that I did not see coming in that game. There are, even from very early in the storyline in the base set, for sure.
Awesome. And you mentioned that you kickstarted it. We've actually run multiple Kickstarters for the Chronicles of Crime series. So there was the original Chronicles of Crime, but now there's also the Millennium series, which is 1400, 1900, and 2400. And those are all standalone games, so each one could be played completely independently of the base game and independently of the other titles in the Millennium series. And they actually take place in Paris, the same setting as the game that we're about to play, although those titles were designed by our own in-house design studio and then published by us directly. So they take place in the years of the names of the game. So the year 1400, 1900, and 2400. And each one of those adds a unique mechanism. So in 1400, your character has visions. You have these beautiful oversized tarot cards that show visions of potentially something that's already happened or something that's about to happen that could give you information about about the crime that you're trying to solve. 1900 uses puzzle, like escape room style puzzles, also on these beautiful oversized tarot cards. And then 2400 is a cyber, like a cyber,
Like cyberpunk?
futuristic cyberpunk setting, like a futuristic setting in the year 2400. And so you actually have this character board that shows your character's like head and torso, and as you acquire like cyber upgrades for your character, they slot onto that board, and the art matches up with what's on the board, but it'll cover like this part of your face, and then it will change the art to show that you're now wearing that cyber implant over your eye, so that now it just looks like you're wearing that on. But also that card has a QR code on it. When you're ready to use that thing, you scan it, and it interacts with the app to tell you how it works, what it does.
So cool. I think our Gen Con to buy list just got a lot bigger.
And so those games each do stand alone, but they also are all tied together by an expansion called Chronicles of Time. And this was actually the Kickstarter stretch goals, essentially. But we are just now, we have released all of the scenarios for Chronicles of Time, and that was our promise to our backers, was that this would be an exclusive for them only until all of the scenarios were available. And now that they're all available, we're about to start to sell the Chronicles of Time game as a standalone product. So it is an expansion, and it actually, in order to play all 4 scenarios, it requires all 3 of the other Millennium series games. But it tells a time travel story that covers all 3 and requires components from all 3 and connects the stories of all 3.
That's fantastic. That's so exciting.
So we will have that at the booth, and it will also be available on our website starting at the start of Gen Con.
Are you going to have many copies of? Should we be warning people rush now, first thing, as soon as those doors open at Gen Con? This is
absolutely.
the booth you had to go by. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I don't have a whole lot of them, so if you want to be sure of getting one, then definitely come to us first.
All right, good to know.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's very good to know.
Well,
we get there on Wednesday, so will you be there first thing on Thursday morning?
I'm glad to hear it. I'll also have actually a few of the collector's boxes and a few of the Millennium series playmats as well. So
we're such suckers for that
You
stuff.
you could put all of that stuff in a box and just mark it for Hayley and Adam. We will pick it up at some point on that Thursday morning.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, so Chronicles of Crime and Destinies are the two. We started to talk about Chronicles of Crime, Destinies, and all of the expansions and add-ons and other excitement that goes with Destinies is that's the other title that we're best known for. So that's also a digital hybrid game. That one is actually a competitive RPG, which is that's the exact reaction I get from almost everyone I say that to. So you are competing with it so it's a total of up to 3 players, but you're each given a character card with 2 destinies that you can choose from as you play that you're trying to complete first. You want to be the first to complete your destiny, and your destinies may conflict with the other player's destinies. So you're trying to talk to certain people or collect certain items or kill certain demons, and that's the only private information in the game is what your destiny is, what your destinies are. Everything else is in the app and it's shared information. So as you move around the board and find new information, and the board is tiles, like flipped over map tiles, like Fog of War style. When you discover something, everybody knows about it. So they may come to where you are because you found something that's what they're looking for. And you're competing with each other to try to gather overlapping needed resources to complete your destiny first. And we'll also have that and many of the expansions and add-ons and goodies
Ah, dear.
at Gen Con.
You know, we bring an extra large suitcase just to bring the stuff back with us to New York when we leave Gen Con.
We put a clothing suitcase inside a bigger suitcase.
That's so smart.
Check it.
Yeah. Oh dear, it's going to be filled
No
up with Lucky Duck
restraint.
games and we're not going to get anything else. That's what I'm because I'm looking at the size of this box. That looks like a big box game, that one, at least from the images.
It's not that small. I don't have one
It's
within
not that
immediate.
small.
I don't have one within immediate reach, but you can see it's on the shelf right here. This is the base game, but there are expansions and there are add-ons and there's a playmat and there's metal coins.
All right.
Wonderful.
I don't know that it's worth talking about because it won't be available, it looks like, until October 2023. But y'all did a Kickstarter pretty recently. It wrapped up, I guess, about a month ago, maybe.
Are we talking about the Dark Quarter?
The Dark Quarter, and I saw this game and I just thought, man, what a great evocative setting. What a neat bunch of kind of that merger of digital and analog components.
It actually uses the same base, like the concepts, the skill set, the skill checks, and the way that you measure your skill effectiveness is all based on the same system as Destinies. But then the Dark Quarter, instead of being set in a medieval fantasy world, is set in a fantasy version of New Orleans, and it's telling a dark story that takes place in New Orleans, and it's actually designed in partnership with Van Ryder Games. So it's if you're familiar with Final Girl, for example, that's the kind of darkness that we're getting in this game.
Final Girl is it's the solo game in which that's kind of set in different movie settings. You're the protagonist of those different movie settings. Yeah.
Trying to be the final girl, the one that makes it through the whole horror movie. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That would not be me. I'm dying in the first scene.
Like Tyler flexing his solo RPG knowledge muscles. There you go, Tyler. Good job.
And I know we need to jump into the game, but I realized that I haven't even mentioned our new release at Gen Con yet, which is It's a Wonderful Kingdom, that I have right behind me here. So if you're familiar with It's a Wonderful World, this is the solo and 2-player follow-up to It's a Wonderful World. This is also actually originally published in French, and we're publishing it in English in partnership with La Boîte de Jeux. So this is It's a Wonderful World is often likened to kind of a combination of Seven Wonders and Century Spice Road. You are drafting cards and building gathering resources and building the cards using those resources as you go through the course of the game. The biggest difference between It's a Wonderful World and It's a Wonderful Kingdom is that the draft in It's a Wonderful Kingdom is replaced with this really interesting I cut you choose mechanism that the original authors of the game describe as split and trap, where you are choosing cards from your hand to offer to your opponent, and you can offer them 2 cards together on one side or the other of the board, or you can split them up and put one on either side, and then they have to choose one side to take everything from. And they're usually all placed face up, but you have 2 trap tokens every round that you can use to place a card face down. So you might want to use that to place a negative card, or you might want to try to trick your opponent into skipping something that they might have thought that they might have wanted if you'd put it face up, but by putting it face down, they don't take it, and then you can take it on your turn. Because you're going to make your offering, your opponent will choose one to take, the other card stays out, and then they make an offering, and they can add to what you placed, or they can put something on the empty side, and then you choose, and then you go back and forth until you've emptied your hand, and then you go through the building process. It has significantly more player interaction than It's a Wonderful World, and it has its brutal moments. There's a lot of tension in the game. It's really like very high player interaction, really a lot of fun.
Well, we are all about high player interaction here at Off Meta, and we just caught a big raid from Patter's. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is, for everybody that's only just joined us, this is Bree from Lucky Duck Games.
Hi.
We are talking about Gen Con releases. We are going to be playing A Court of Miracles in just a few moments. But yeah, I don't know if you want to recap the games that you're going to have at Gen Con that people want to see. It's like a quick...
I'd be happy to. So our new release is what we were just talking about. It's a Wonderful Kingdom. It's the 1 to 2 player follow-up to It's a Wonderful World. And we also will have a lot of the games that you would expect to see from Lucky Duck Games. We'll have Chronicles of Crime, both the base game and the Millennium series. We'll have Chronicles of Time, which is the expansion that ties together all 3 of the games from the Millennium series. We'll also have Destinies and some of the expansions and the add-ons. And our kids' games, Kids Chronicles, the kids' version of Chronicles of Crime. We'll have Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. Many of these are actually digital hybrid games, like we were talking about earlier, including both of the kids' games. And we'll also have Court of Miracles, the game that we're going to be playing today.
Excellent, thank you. And folks, you should go and watch the beginning of the VOD, because some of these games sound truly amazing. We are very excited. Adam and I will be at Gen Con as well, and I think it's going to the top of our list of things to go and get on Thursday morning before they sell out. So maybe you should too.
Thank you. We'll come by booth 157. We'll be happy to have you.
Need to fly.
I think you'll get a lot of bites on time travel crime solving. That sounds pretty neat.
Love it. Love it. All right, should we play
something you don't hear every day? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's make that transition. All right.
There's a reference I haven't seen in a long time.
The team, we can now, the players and the viewers can now see the board.
Great.
It is orientated from my point of view, so if I need to switch it around to something else, please do let me know.
Okay. So, Court of Miracles is a game where we are each the leaders of a guild of beggars in 16th century Paris. And our goal is to lead our group of beggars to take over the old city. And we're also racing against time. The penniless king is moving along a track that actually you can see in the middle of the board. It moves through the city, and if the penniless king reaches the end of the track before anyone has reached the win condition of placing all 6 of their renown tokens on the board, the game ends immediately. So if Penniless King reaches the end of the track, that ends the game without any... There is still a winner. No, there is still a winner, but it's based on number of renown tokens placed rather than an immediate win based on having placed all of your renown tokens.
Got it.
So yes, the goal is to place all 6 of your renown tokens. That's usually how the game ends. And the renown tokens are these... I don't know if this is... I can't really see how well this is visible, but they're these small tokens that don't have anything printed on them. They're just they're kind of like X-shaped. So these
On
are the
your
ones that will.
playables? The one that we looked
Yes,
at?
so there will be 6 of these on each player's player board, and you're trying to place these on the board. So there are a couple of ways to get these out on the board. There are neighborhoods that are these areas of the board that each have 3 circles next to them. These neighborhoods are what we're fighting over to control. And when you have control of a neighborhood, you'll place one of your renown tokens in the space for that neighborhood. But somebody else could come in and take control of that neighborhood, and if that happens, you take your renown token back, and they place theirs in that neighborhood instead. Each neighborhood has an action associated with it, and when you place one of your rogues, and that's you have to be very careful when you're picking these up, also because you have to pick up the whole thing. When you're placing your rogues, which are these tokens in front of us that have our player colors on them, these will go on these little circles, and you can take the action of the circle that you place it on, and you can also choose to take the action of the neighborhood that you're placing it on, which is in the rectangle next to each of the little sets of 3 circles. If the neighborhood is controlled and you take that action, the player who owns the neighborhood, the player who controls the neighborhood, will get a coin, even if it's yourself. But it often is not yourself. Okay, so there's a couple of the structure of the game is, and it's taken in turns. I believe the first player is supposed to be the one who's most recently visited the Notre Dame. I've never been, so I think
I was
unless one of you
there
has,
in '99.
Okay, you beat me then.
more recently than me. So you'll be first player, and then we'll go clockwise. And in your turn, you will place a rogue token, which will be one of the round tokens in front of you, on one of these neighborhoods, and you'll take the action of you'll apply the effect of the space that you placed it on. And I can do a quick walkthrough of what the different spaces do, but let's see the best way to show. So there's this one here that looks a little bit like a scroll. We'll move the Penniless King forward on his track. And there's another one over here that has the same symbol but with a ×2. That will move him forward twice. Now there are these red and white spaces on the track that the Penniless King moves on. Mm-hmm. At any point when you're moving him on your turn, if he reaches one of those spots, he can't move further on your turn, no matter what. Even if you take another action that causes him to move, he won't move. Okay, so that is the 2 Penniless King movement spaces. This is a coin space, so if you place on this space, you get a coin. And if you place on this space, you get 2 coins. And then these green card-shaped icons are plot cards, and these are cards that we will go over in more detail in a minute, but I have them here just because I feel like these are, I really love the art on these, and I even love the backs of the cards a lot. So I have my own physical copy here because I wanted to show you. And these all have unique effects, and you can have up to 4 of these in your hand at a time. You can play a plot card at any point in your turn, up to the point at which a standoff is starting. And we'll talk about standoffs in just a second, but standoffs are how we fight over the neighborhoods. So that's what the effects of these spots are. And then there are also the neighborhood actions. And the neighborhoods are these rectangular spaces that are each associated with one of these sets of 3 round spaces. And you can choose whether or not you want to benefit from the action available in that neighborhood. So let's say I placed here and I took 2 gold. I can then choose whether I want to take the action of this neighborhood. I don't have to. But if I do, and this neighborhood is owned, the person who owns the neighborhood will get a coin. Even if it's me, if I don't take the action, I don't get a coin. And I will go through what all of those actions are, all the neighborhood actions in just a minute. And then the last thing that happens is that we settle standoffs. A standoff will take place at the end of your turn under 2 conditions. Either if all 3 spaces of a neighborhood are occupied, then there will be a standoff in that neighborhood. Or if the Penniless King has reached one of these wrath spaces, either the red or white ones. If it's a red space, you settle the standoff in the neighborhood indicated by the hand in the wrath symbol. The one it's pointing to, exactly. If it's a white space, the active player chooses which neighborhood initiates a standoff. And when a standoff is being resolved, what happens is we then flip over the tokens that are currently face down in, say, this middle neighborhood, and compare the strength of the rogues on those tokens. Up until that point, this has all been hidden information. And at the beginning of the game, we all have the same rogue tokens, but as we start adding rogues to our guild of beggars, we're also, unfortunately, removing rogues from our guild of beggars and throwing them into the river to their sad demise. So that to that end, there will eventually be each one of us will have a different combination of rogues available to us, so we won't necessarily be easily able to figure out what someone might have placed in that spot until the standoff is being resolved. So when we go to resolve the standoff, we flip them all over. You add up the values of your rogue tokens if you have more than one, and that represents your influence in the neighborhood. And we can actually show, this is the point where it makes sense to show what these tokens actually look like on the other side. So the tokens that we start with they're all the same, and they are these. So there's a 0, a 1, a 0 and 2 ones here, and the 0 token has a special effect, which I will come back to. But those tokens will be face down, and it'll just have your own player color indicated by this token in it on the player board until we're resolving a standoff. So it might be like that. And then when we go to resolve the standoff, we just flip it, and it's like, okay, this was 1 strength for green, and then if one of you perhaps had 2 tokens out here, you'd flip those over, and we would figure out which one of us had the highest strength. In the case of a tie, the rogue whose token is closest to the X at the end of the row, so this one right here, in this case, wins the standoff. So, for example, Hayley, if you had your 1 and your 0 out here, and I had my 1, we would tie on strength, and I would win the tiebreaker by being closest to this X. But
so
if
do you own the neighborhood now? If you win that standoff?
Once the standoff is won, then yes. So then whoever wins the neighborhood takes, I'm not going to use that one, takes one of their renown tokens and places it like that.
Ah, I see.
And now I have one of my 6 renown tokens on the board, and that's moving me 1 step closer towards the win condition. But this might be a heavily contested neighborhood, and somebody else could easily kick me out of this in the future. But right now, if anybody takes the neighborhood action here, which in this case is to gain a plot card, which can be very useful, I would get a coin every time that happened. So that's beneficial to me. But then as people put their tokens here, it also means that I need to consider putting my tokens here to defend my neighborhood, or I am at risk of losing it and then back to square one.
So what's the realistic playtime for this, Bree? Just your honest opinion of how long it normally takes you to play a game with this.
As long as we're all kind of focused on making decisions relatively quickly, we can definitely play in under an hour.
All right.
But
that's great.
It's not a crazy long game, but it does. But it is easy to get caught up in taking your time to make a really well-informed decision, and then it can easily take an hour and a half if you. Yeah. It also plays 5.
Oh.
So it could potentially take longer if we had a fifth player also.
I see.
So
only
what am
four
I to
set
do
of
with
people.
all this gold that I start? Like you got spaces that get gold. What do I do with that?
Okay.
I pay people off. I go. I say, join my beggar guild.
So
We the Bojangles, and we're here to win. We bunch of
so-
orange dogs.
So give me 1 second because I want to talk
Alright.
very quickly about plot cards, but this is
Alright.
related. There's just a couple of rules about plot cards. So this is the stack of plot cards over here, this green deck with a hand on the back. You can choose to play one plot card on your turn, and it can be at any time during your turn as up to the beginning of settling the standoff over a neighborhood. So that's the point at which the first token gets flipped over. That's like no more plot cards can be played on that turn. Once the tokens are getting flipped over, that's the cutoff. Play a plot card, apply its effect, and discard it. And the hand size for plot cards is 4. If you reach your hand size and you are taking an action that lets you draw more, you have to discard before you draw, which is a little different from a lot of games. So if you have 4 cards and you're drawing another card, you have to discard first to make room before you draw another card.
That is different. That's.
Oh.
I'm gonna struggle to
that's some
remember that.
decision-making.
Yeah. Yeah, it can certainly be tricky and definitely one to that's why I call it out, because it can definitely be easy to forget. Even I certainly have forgotten it while playing this in the past. The plot cards don't run out. If the deck is empty, we'll shuffle the discards. So then just a very quick run through of the neighborhoods. There are 5 neighborhoods that are contested here. So starting with just make sure that the board is oriented the way I'm pointing at the right one.
Well, I've got it orientated so that the
yep.
numbers are visible on the right-hand side
Yep.
in order. So.
That makes sense. So this one over here is the tavern. The action on here that looks like the circle spaces and also the circles that we have in front of us, this is how you get new beggars into your guild. So when you take the action of this, like if you place a token on one of these spaces, you'll take this action, and then you can choose to draw a new rogue token from the bag, and it can replace one of yours that is not currently on the board. If you have all of your rogue tokens on the board, you can't take this action. So you choose the one that you want to replace and put the other one face down over here in the river. It literally says in the rule book, the rogue token you choose to discard is placed face down on the board in the Seine. May he rest in peace. Okay, so the next one going around the board then is La Halle, which is the toll bridge. This one right here. You'll pay the toll to place a renown token on the line of your choice on the renown square, and that is this section over here. So the toll is the number of coins on the row. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. When you pay that, you both get the benefit of this, what's indicated on this spot, and you get to place a renown token there. So for example, I could pay 4 and place this and get a plot token or plot card. You can only have one renown token on each row. So you can't put a second one out here. I don't know why this one is standing up, but yeah, you can't do that, only there. And then the next one would go here. But it doesn't matter what order they're in. Once they're out here, this is just getting them onto the board.
So there are only 5 there, and we have 6 tokens. So basically, you kind of have to have one in each.
So
And
these are there's also
put them in the
the neighborhoods. So this is going to be most of the time. I mean, you'll have a good split, but a lot of them are going to be out here in the neighborhoods, and then you'll have your balance in these.
Right.
And this is how you put this is the action that you take to place tokens over here. Is this the toll bridge over here?
Okay.
Then you've got Le Châtelet, which is just draw a plot card. You've got
Just.
it's just very simple, easy to explain. You've got the Court of Miracles, right here, which is take 2 cards. Yeah, take 2 coins from the reserve. So it comes from over here. And if you control this neighborhood, you get a third. If somebody else controls this neighborhood, then they get that third. But that coin always comes from the reserve. So when somebody takes the action of the space that you control, the coin that you get always comes from the reserve. It doesn't come from the player. So you're not paying them to use the space, but they still benefit from it. And then the last one is the Rue de l'Egyptienne, which lets you, and that's this one up here, allows you to move a rogue token already in play from any player, including yourself, to any free space on the board. It does not trigger the effect of the spot that it lands on. So it's just like pick one of these up that's already out on the board and move it somewhere else. So it could affect, for example, when a standoff might happen, or how much strength someone has to contribute to a standoff.
Right.
So this is one of the this square over here, to answer your question from earlier, Tyler, is one of the main ways that you're going to be spending your coins. These 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 rows.
And we start with no coins?
You'll start with coins based on our player
starting position.
Right. Yep. So first player, I believe it's first player. Let me double check this. But the first player gets 0. Sorry.
Yay!
Second gets 1. Third gets 2, and everyone else gets 3.
You're a true beggar, Hayley.
Exactly.
No
That's why I'm
coins.
excited. It's
I am second. What was it for second?
theme.
It's first gets 1. First gets 0. Second gets 1. Wait, but this is me, right?
Yeah, that's right. You're second, right?
Yeah,
you said we're going to
you're-
clock.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, and then third gets 2. Let me make sure this is right.
I'll take all my coins, please.
I am dishing the coins.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
First player does get 1.
Boo.
Okay.
Second
A
gets
penny.
2. Everyone else gets 3.
All right.
Okay, we're almost done. The rows, the effects of the rows when you buy these spaces are very similar to the effects of these the circles, right? So this 4 will get you a plot card. 7 will get you 2 plot cards. The 5 row will move the Penniless King 2 spaces, and the 8 will move him 3 spaces. The 6 is the only one that's different from all of the other spaces on the board. That will get you your right hand. What is it? Your right hand. It might just be your right hand. It's your right hand token, essentially, which is another beggar joining your guild. So you get another token to join your guild. So you start with 3, but this gets you a 4th.
And this one, it seems to be saying is the value of it is 2 on the back. Is 2 the highest beggar value then, or are there higher? You don't need to know. If you don't know, we will find out when someone whoops me with a 6.
I was going to say, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can look at a glance very quickly. No, 2. There is a 3.
Okay.
But most of them are 1s and 2s, and there are also 2 zeros.
Okay.
So is that what's in this bag off to the left?
That's right,
Sorry,
yep.
I think I...
That is exactly what that is. But these will all be the same. Of course, you can always discard this once you've gotten it, but then you'll have 4 slots essentially instead of 3 once you've acquired your right hand rogue is what it's called.
Right. So if we get one from the bag, it's going to replace one of the ones we already have, and if it happens to be the 4th, we could choose out of the 4. Okay, got it.
Yeah, you basically, it's not even if it happens to be the 4th. It's once you've acquired this, once you've placed on this row, you'll be able to have to own 4 tokens at a time.
Okay.
Before that, you can only own 3.
Got it. And then we can start throwing people in the river.
Yep. You can always throw people in the river. You can do that right out of the gate.
Probably not
You
the
can
best
do it
thing
on
to do.
turn 1.
People in the river.
Shall we start to see how this plays then, Hayley?
You cannot take any more action.
Yeah, absolutely. We've covered everything at this point. So
All right.
ready to fight over the streets of 16th century Paris?
The one thing I just want to point out to chat is, chat, you are watching this game from my point of view, so if you want to see what it's like to win this game, you need to help me. Help me win the game so that you can see what it's like to win.
Adam, you're driving us crazy this week.
All right.
Your ego is out of control.
So this is not normal? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, it kind of is, but it's like extra right now. It's so
Okay.
extra.
And remember that we do also have these plot cards, which there are some out here right now, but I don't think we're supposed to start with any of them. So the plot cards, as we draw
really?
them,
Okay.
will... Let me double check that. I don't think anybody starts with a plot card.
Oh, I thought we
It
already had
gave,
one. This-
it gave me one. I didn't even ask for it.
Yeah, I also had one already, but I don't... And as far as I know, there's nothing in the setup that says that anybody starts with a plot card.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel cheated now. Should we put them back
I
in
look
shuffle then?
fine.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
All right. Come on, people.
I know.
Just hover.
Okay,
Hover
I-
A lot of
until,
other
hover
things
until the
says-
deck changes
Oh.
color.
It isn't changing. There we go.
I just threw mine off to the side for you to do, Adam.
Thanks, babe. All right.
You're so welcome. This is average Adam, says Andromeda in chat. Yeah.
There's no such thing as average Adam. Let's.
That's weird. We always call you Double A all the time, so not sure.
There is a oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. We're just bannering. So carry on.
You're fine.
You do the important stuff of telling us how to play this game.
Oh, the only reason I mentioned it is that there is a reference to the rulebook in the bottom left corner of the screen, and this has, if you want to look up the effects of the rogue abilities, because some of them are different. But when you draw it, you're not going to want to ask me what it does, because that will tell us what you drew. So you can pull that up, and if you go all the way to the last page, it will tell you what the rogue abilities all are, and then it defines some of the things that you'll find on the plot cards, but most of the plot cards are fairly self-explanatory. I hope. Yeah, I mean, yes, they are. They really are. But there is not a full list of everything in the rulebook for the plot cards. There's just a few definitions here, and then all of the neighborhood actions are also defined here. So if you ever, I mean, I'm happy to tell you what these do. But if you
Some
ever
of
need a
these are
reference,
strong.
the rulebook is there.
Defrocked priest. Is that because he's been cast out of the religion or because he's naked?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The answer to your question is yes.
So he's anticipating getting thrown in the river, and he doesn't want a lot of things holding him down.
He doesn't want his frocks to get wet.
Yeah, no wet frocks.
Wait, where did my coin go? I had 2 coins, now I only have 1.
I see two.
I see 2 in front of you.
Oh, weird. I only see 1.
In front of your green. One of them's a little dimmer.
Mm. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. They merged.
That's the dim
I think
coin.
they
for some
were
reason.
stacked.
Oh,
Hayley,
Thank you.
So, to start, I'm basically placing one of my little rogue folks in
Yep, and
the
try to,
front.
if you grab it from the side,
Yeah.
it'll pick up the whole thing instead of picking up just your player token. And that's what you're trying for. Yeah.
Nailed it. Okay.
But be sure to check which one you're placing so that you know whether that's the because what we start with is going to be henchmen, 2 henchmen, which just have a strength of 1 and they don't do anything else, and 1 beggar, which has a strength of 0, but when it's involved in a standoff, the winner of the standoff gives you 1 coin.
oh, okay.
If more than 1 beggar is involved in the standoff, only the one that's closest to the X gets the coin from the winner of the standoff.
Okay.
Nice.
see, this was something I knew because I just read this in the manual. You didn't need to tell everyone else what my strategy was about to be on first turn.
All right.
Sorry.
So I guess I don't know. I'm just gonna go in this red spot here.
This wouldn't be the first time that one of the
Because I'm
game
right.
designers threw the game towards one particular player.
I didn't design this game.
Man,
I
it's
do not,
false.
not have that kind of skill.
Listen, Julie just like.
Oh, Haley, you could definitely throw a grenade.
Why are
Yeah,
we?
sure.
Why? Let's not talk about other people's games. Let's focus on this one. Let's focus on this wonderful game we got here. So, seeing as you've now done that, I didn't see what was under
I
that token.
moved it was a move the penniless king, right?
So that's
So is
him.
that this fella
Oh,
And
yes,
he
sorry.
goes-
Yep.
over here?
And it was just one scroll, right? Not the times
Yes.
2? Yeah, then yes, he just moves one space.
You sure? Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay, I'll let you off, Hayley.
Yeah. Here you go. I'll prove it.
And then you
And
could spend
by the way,
money.
and just so you know, by the way, you don't have to place on the first spot. You could place over here if you wanted, instead of moving
Oh.
him. Like, there's no order. These can be placed in any. Like, this could go in the middle one or the yeah.
But she
Okay.
does get the advantage of breaking the ties at the drawbridge.
Yes, you do. Okay.
I'm sticking
So then you have the choice to place a token. You would normally have the option, but this costs at least 4 coins. So none
Right.
of us are able to do that yet.
Maybe I should
You don't. Yeah,
reconsider
you don't have to go there
this way.
if you'd rather go to one where you can take advantage of the ability.
Because I got new money. I'm gonna go and get a thing then. A thing being a plot card.
So we'll move this guy.
So yeah, moving back. Let's take
Are
some
you having
money.
trouble moving?
Seeing as I'm short. on
Me? Oh, I'm at a weird angle. I was like way at a
Okay, fair enough.
yeah.
All right, so Hayley, what are you doing now? Getting money, did you say?
Yes, I took some money from that one
Makes sense.
instead.
And so then this one also gives you the opportunity to draw a plot card. And since nobody owns this neighborhood, nobody will get a coin from you doing that.
Okay, great.
So-
I can't remember how to draw on Tabletopia.
It's
Can't
you
remember
just
what key
you
is.
just take one.
Should be
There
able
you go.
to
There's
just
one, Hayley. I just put it over to
Oh.
the side for you by the 2s.
Thanks.
So just to be clear, to own that neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
it would be a case of it's not doing the thing in the red neighborhood, is it? What is it you have to do?
No,
then to-
normally we'll have to settle a standoff. So
You
it will
have to
be
settle a standoff, sorry,
either all 3 of these get filled and then we have a standoff, or the penniless king reaches a wrath space and somebody chooses
Got
this,
it.
or it's the wrath space that points to this neighborhood.
Okay,
That
makes sense.
causes that standoff to happen.
okay.
Once the standoff happens, no matter what's there, there's a standoff, and then everything gets removed, and then somebody will own the neighborhood from then on.
All right.
So
Got
by
it.
default, the first standoff will happen in this district, this kind of
Not
orangey
necessarily.
brown.
If,
Okay.
if the next 2 turns, like if my turn and Blue's turn are to fill these other 2 spaces in this row where
gotcha.
Haley went, we'll have a standoff at the end of the third player's
Okay.
turn.
I'm so dumb. I've realized what I could have done is actually got 3 coins by placing one in that green neighborhood. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. I'm not mulliganing twice. So
Okay.
let's just leave it as is.
So Bree, show
You're
us
not
what
the-
we should do for our
You're not
first
the
turn.
CFO of Enron or something. You don't get double mulligans.
Oops.
So Bree, yeah, what is the right move to do for your first turn in this game? Show us how it's done.
So first, I'm just making sure that I know what token I'm playing.
Mhm.
It's probably the move that you were just looking at, the 3. And not necessarily, but I like that move, the 3 gold. So I'll go here and do exactly that. So I get 1 from placing on the gold space, and 2 from the action of the neighborhood.
So for some reason it has an update on my screen that Bree's moved the token. Is it updated for anyone else?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I don't see her player token move, and the
Okay.
gold's lagging.
So it was this one, Bree, I think is the one you were doing to that space to get 3.
I can't. I mean, I think so. It looks like the same one that I moved, but on my screen it's moved.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh no.
I didn't see it move until Adam moved it.
Maybe
Yeah,
just-
this is the
just
TTS
F5 and
virus.
rejoin. Would be maybe something I'd recommend real quick.
Say,
Bree, if you-
say that again.
I would say maybe just F5 and rejoin,
Okay.
just to see.
Fresh.
So now then, just also check, because I've realized I've just asked you to leave the game partially so that I can then ask you a question about what this...
Okay.
So
I have the
the
Twitch.
purple
window.
space, the ability in that is the one that allows me to move a token from one square to another but not get to use its ability, right? The one in the purple area that was closest to your board. You know, I'll just look at the manual. That's on me.
Sorry, I'm like
I'm gonna
I
give
know what
Bree
they
her
do
gold.
by visuals, but I don't know what they do by color.
It
That's
says
that's
move
the
one
one.
Yeah,
other
the purple
rogue
one
token.
allows you to
Yep.
move another rogue,
It's gotta be
yours
another
or
rogue
another
token.
player, without activating it.
Didn't realize the other player part. That's fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So you could move somebody out of a neighborhood in which you wanted to scrap, right? So I want this Court of Miracles, and I don't want to have to actually fight you all that hard. So I'm gonna kick you.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move into this space, which gives me 2 coins. And then I guess we will try and be an instigator here by moving.
Oh,
Works.
pick it a
You're
fight.
like a kid on the playground that's just stood on the edges and seeing somebody maybe arguing, and then you're going like fight in their ear,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
I want to see how the fight works before I get involved in it.
That's entirely fair. I don't blame you.
Well, because Adam was such a good person and cleared the field, I'll just come back to where Bree was and take advantage. I can do that, right? It's free. I can take advantage of that and get all the booty.
Just to check though, Ty, do you know what the token is that you've just moved into that spot?
Boy, howdy, I do. Us Bojangles, we took a census. We know who everybody is. We got a skills inventory. That's the name of our beggar guild. We're the Bojangles.
This is a good idea.
All right, so I'm gonna take my coins, as is due me, a future beggar king.
I'm actually taking my. Well, it looks like some of you may have done this already, but I'm taking my tokens into my hand
Yes, I did.
with the just my player color tokens left out.
Yeah, so take
Just make sure to flip them face down before you take them out of your hand, so that we don't see them when you put them down. When you put them back down on the board.
All right, so we've got a situation right now where Tyler has just abused my good nature by not instigating a fight and instead just going, give me the money. Like the true capitalist that Tyler is. So let's see what Hayley now does. Hayley, are you going to go start a fight that you have a very good chance of winning if you do potentially by going into that blue spot? Or are you also going to capitalize on my good nature and do something else?
Well, I've got no money, so yeah, let's just scrap. Let's be the fight you want.
Let's be bold. The fighting
Let's
Chanticleers.
All right, so then pick a token. Make sure to flip it face down.
But in the event of a tie, Bree would win.
Yeah,
That's right. But you're putting 2 tokens down.
Yes, but we'll
Because your other token is already out there.
Let's do it anyway. Let's see how it resolves. I'm not here to win. I'm here to have a good time.
Okay. And I don't know if
What
has
did I actually put
anybody
back?
drawn a plot card? I don't think so.
not yet.
Yes,
but-
I drew one. Should I put it back actually?
No.
Was that what was
no.
underneath
Well,
that?
have you used it? I don't think you've used it.
No.
Have you? No. If you've used it, you would discard it. But if you haven't used it, it should still be in your hand. But this would be the point at which you would no longer be able to use it. It's right. Like we're about to flip these over. That will be the end of the time in your turn when you're allowed to use it. So if you're going to
see.
use it, this is the time.
I see.
So that
just
space
before what I
was a
just
plot
did.
card. Like that space gave her a plot card as well, right? And the neighborhood, or the neighborhood control has to happen first.
No, this all happens. All of these actions get resolved before the standoff. So you would also get a plot card, and I didn't see what the action of the space was. You don't have to take the action of the neighborhood, but you can.
I thought it was another plot card.
It was. So you're actually
so
drawing
I'm
2 plot cards now.
And are there only 3 plot cards in the game? It's Strength, the Empress, and Judgment? Okay.
No, there's lots and lots and lots of cards. I think they actually may all be unique, but they're not. There's only like a small number of terms defined. In
I would
the rulebook.
guess.
Okay.
I would guess based off the names that you just said, there's 24 plot cards. Those are all names of major arcana tarot. They're tarot sized. I bet that's how it do.
They're actually in the physical game. They're kind of a strange size. Actually, they're
Yeah.
wide. They're not very wide, but they're taller than a regular. Like they actually feel about the width of a poker card, like a poker deck card size deck, but they're much taller. And they do follow the. So like this one that I just showed you was the Fool, and there's the Chariot. It actually looks like there's 2 copies of each.
Okay.
So because my token is now in that space, that means the plot cards cannot be played anymore.
No, it's not. It's only once we start resolving the standoff.
Yes.
Up until that's why I mentioned it at that moment, because that's like, we're at the point right now where we're about to say no more plot cards.
Yeah.
But
So I could.
we have
play
not
this.
gotten there yet. What does it do?
It lets me move a rogue token.
Oh,
Very good.
But that would
So
like,
you're-
stop the fight happening, right?
It would stop the fight happening, yeah. Maybe I'm not overly confident in this fight. But I would guess that then you wouldn't have the bonus of...
Which one is this? This is the Hanged Man. Move an opponent's
Yeah.
rogue token to another spot or even to another neighborhood. Yes, it doesn't trigger the effect of the spot. It just
And
moves
it's not
the
like
token.
letting me swap it, so I couldn't just swap our location.
No.
Okay, it is move. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, it has
Well,
to be an,
I've
it has
moved
to be an
you,
empty spot.
so
And then that's
I
discarded.
decided to run away from the fight.
Okay.
Hmm.
So my turn.
I think you should get back into that fight. I
I
don't.
guess that's my plan, unfortunately.
Adam is
Adam!
hardcore instigating.
No, you didn't need to. I was already doing it.
He's ready to scrap.
But this will move the Wrath token 2 spaces. Sorry, the Penniless King. Excuse me. And I will draw a plot card. No,
Man.
not
Oh,
there.
man.
Get back in my hand. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. That can wait. So now we resolve. our
So can
standoff.
Hayley still play a plot card at this point, or is it just on your
It's
turn? you can play
only on. I can play them on my turn.
Only you can play it on your turn. Okay.
I can double check that, but I believe it's only the active player. Yeah, that's play a plot card. The active player.
Okay.
Yep,
Got it.
only on your own turn. Okay, so now we flip these over. I've taken the action. I've taken the neighborhood action. No one owns the neighborhood, so there's no coin awarded. And then we look at these.
Rats versus Scrapper and Chanticleers.
So I win the standoff and I get to place my token, but Hayley does have a beggar out there, which means that she will get a coin from me, if I remember correctly.
That's
winner-
right.
You get a coin from the winner of the standoff. So
Yay.
that comes from here and goes
Thank you.
over here. Pleasure doing business with you. And then we
So
take these back.
Oh, so everybody leaves the neighborhood after the fight. Okay.
Yep.
So these will go back into our hand and become available
everyone.
to use.
All
Wow.
yeah, the 3 that were in that neighborhood, yes. But now that neighborhood is owned. So here, yeah, take your. So now if you take this action, the in the rectangular space, I get a coin from the reserve.
And that's owned forever?
Unless somebody else wins a standoff in that neighborhood,
Okay.
kicks me out.
Gotcha.
Which is probably something someone will want to try to do, because that's one way to get your renown tokens on the board.
All right.
So-
Adam, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Let's think about this.
Well, you've had time to think. Just
Well, I
take
wanted to see how that
action.
fight happened. So, what I think
You're starting another fight.
if I do this.
Well,
Time to brawl.
Wow.
Wait, what was that on? I think that was move the king up. No.
Yeah.
it's this
Penniless
one, right?
boy.
Yeah, it was. Move the king. The Penniless King.
I did it. Okay. And now we reveal.
Yep. Okay, so there's a tie. You break the tie by being closest to the X. But you also win a coin from yourself.
I will give that to
Oh,
me shortly.
Lucky you. Lucky you. All right.
Alright.
Bank.
I don't have anybody that I can.
Can I do this straight away? Which means that, there's no one else out there.
Oh.
Carry on.
I'm sorry, you could have done that before we resolved the standoff, but not after. The standoff is the last thing that
No,
happens on the
makes
turn.
sense. Yep.
All right. I'm going to move to. I'm going to move here to. This one at the beginning, that's recruit a new rogue. The
Yep. So you'll draw
Okay.
from the bag, and then you can replace any of the ones that you have in front of you, but not the one that
Yeah.
not the ones that you've placed.
That's to be
Okay.
very clear. It's not recruit a new rogue. It's replace a rogue.
Well, yeah.
replace a rogue. Got it.
Yeah. You're gonna throw it
Yeah,
in the river,
it's
basically.
got this plus sign, but it should really also have a little.
And this is not like the cards. I get to see the token that I pull before I
You can just
decide
throw
who
him
goes in the
straight-
river.
You can throw him straight in the river, but it can only because you have 2 tokens on the board right now and only 1 left in front of you.
It's
the
going
one-
to decide between that.
It will be between the one you draw and the one you have in front of you. Right.
Alright.
You can't replace one that's on the board.
Do
Alright,
we
so I
have
take
to, is this the thing where we have to make the decision beforehand as well?
No,
Okay.
no. This you'll draw it. It'll go. You can look at it, but
Alright.
because right now he has a rogue limit of 3. If you have unlocked your right hand rogue, then you can have up to 4. But it's only plot cards where if you have 4 in your hand and you decide to draw, you have to replace. You have to discard down first.
Got it. Thank you.
Sure.
Alrighty. So I move the king, the penniless king, that has come to Wrathtown.
Very smart.
Okay. That means he can't move again, but there will be a standoff resolved in your neighborhood, and you are alone in that neighborhood. So
Oh, am I? Is that how that turned out? Holy
that's just
Oh my God.
incredible.
jeez!
Well,
Hey, orange dogs, we done did it. We done did it, Bojangles. Let's get into this. All right, I'm gonna put my renown token here and clear the field.
yeah, and presumably you would have chosen this neighborhood anyway. I mean, you could have, if you had the option to choose, you might have wanted to choose this other one that you also have the only token in. But because this is a red wrath space, just for people who might not have been here for the rules explanation, the red wrath spaces have a point, like the fingers that are pointing at one of the neighborhoods to tell you which neighborhood to resolve standoff in. Oh, and I don't even think you did this, but in case you were wondering, when a single player has all of the tokens in a neighborhood and a red standoff is triggered, whether it's 1 or 3, it doesn't matter how many. If you have all of them, you can choose whether to reveal them. When the
Oh,
standoff
okay.
happens. You do not have to, but
So-
you can.
So we were supposed
It's
to see his
optional.
token just then?
It was up to him.
That
He
was my
could.
choice.
Oh.
It was
But we
my
didn't.
choice, Adam. And I said, you can just keep going through your imagination. You can keep thinking about what I put down there. I tell you what, it was
and
one
maybe-
of my starting tokens, Adam. That's what I'll tell you.
That's shocking.
Mhm.
But for example, if it had been the defrocked priest, which has the ability of if you win, oh, I'm sorry, that's if you do not. Oh no, yeah, the defrocked priest. If you win the standoff, draw 1 plot card. He might have wanted to show that so that he could draw a plot card.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
All right. Haley? You've had time to think about your turn, as someone pointed out
All
to
right.
me on my turn.
I believe it's Haley's turn.
Haley? Haley roboting? For anyone else?
Can I hear anybody else?
Can you hear me now?
Tyler's gone. Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you were both kind of broken up for a second there, but it's much better now.
Oof.
Okay, great. What happened there?
Discord, I'm
Crazy
going to
internet.
guess, because everyone...
We
Yeah.
time traveled to 2400 AD in France. We cyberpunked the shit out of our vocal cords. That's what I would do.
By the way,
Sonic
that's we have
Scream.
one of the things that you get in that game is you have a companion, your cyber raven, and we
Ooh.
had pins made at Origins that we have more left of that we'll be selling at Gen Con.
Very cool.
Or giving away with the purchase of Chronicles of Crime games. So you will I assume based on what you've said that you will be the proud owners of some Raven pins, and we have logo pins also.
Warm up your credit card, Adam, because I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, I need to bring that one back up. I could see the Raven. What's the other one?
Our logo.
Oh, the logo.
It's a duck.
It's a...
It is.
Is it lucky?
It is very lucky.
Oh, dear.
Don't shake your head at me.
Well, Haley, this is
I know,
normally
it's
what you
like
do when you're trying to stall when you're figuring out your turn, but instead you're just talking and not figuring out your turn.
I am figuring out my turn. I wanted to do something clever, but I'm not. So we're gonna.
Bold move.
All right, man, I really need some money, so I guess I'm gonna go here. Wait, oh, it's the wrong way up. Okay, there.
You could come up
What?
to the purple area and still get 2 coins.
Come on.
Why do you want me to go up there? Oh,
Because
he wants
owns
to-
the money. I see.
Well,
no.
you don't have to use that ability to give him a coin. You only have
You
to give him a
don't.
coin if you use that ability, right?
That's right. You don't automatically get it. You only get it if she takes the action.
Oh,
in that
right.
space.
Right. Okay.
I see.
But do place
So
your.
I draw a card here, right?
Is that-
From the spot
that's
that I
what
was
was on
in.
here?
I
Yep.
think I
You
just
sure do.
threw it
Do
on the
that.
ground. I did. Oh well. And then I can
My
choose
screen
to
is
take
hovering
two
over your
coins.
game board.
Yep, same.
Oh, is it? Okay, let me put it away so it's not a distraction. There we go. And then I get to take 2 coins. If I want to, and I do. And so I shall. Oh, that's 3. Cheating. Still cheating. 1.
That's why you can't play
2.
Monopoly with my brother Matt. Oh my goodness,
Nailed
this
it.
is just flashbacks. All right,
Over to me.
it's Bree's turn.
All right.
What
I
will she
am
do?
Moving the penniless king.
Will I be pretty? Oh, and she's got the tiebreaker. Oh my goodness, it's a standoff.
It is indeed.
God damn it.
And I get 2 coins from over here.
That's what I'm
taking
saying,
action
Hayley.
if that's-
You didn't want to get in that fight yet.
Oops. That was 3.
I need the money.
Yeah, this is right. Okay.
will
And
let
I am
you
not
sell it
going to
to
play a black
Dana.
card.
Right.
We ready to resolve?
I'm ready to resolve.
Let's resolve this standoff. I have a strength of 1.
I
Also
believe
1.
it's a
Everybody has a
tie.
strength of 1. Dun dun dun.
Who would have seen that coming?
I mean, now can I actually grab my? There we go.
Hey.
She owns 2 neighborhoods. She's clever. She's fighting.
Yeah.
She's a
We're
scrapper.
lucky. We're lucky.
Mm.
It's right here in the name.
I love that shade of orange. It's so nice.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that factored heavily in my decision to want to work for Lucky Duck.
Right,
It's
so-
like I will love the clothes.
so let me just check out how to do this. If I put my token here, right, it gets me 2 coins, wherever the coins are, there they are. And then on top of that, I now can use this ability to move it to a different square, right? So I could just move it there instead, and it won't trigger the ability, but it's now the $2 is available.
Yes.
Yep.
And because you triggered the ability of the neighborhood, the owner of that neighborhood gets a coin.
Which is me.
Which is,
Oh, I get one
is
from the
you.
bank?
That's right.
oh, that's a racket.
The only time it comes from another player is when the beggar token is triggered.
All right.
Now we have to make sure that that's
oh,
true.
Look at that. He's rolling in money.
Yes, that is the only time. It
Rolling,
comes from another
rolling,
player.
rolling.
Well, that's
Hey,
what Fox
Mommy.
News always told me happened in every beggars guild. So I don't know why that's a foreign concept for you.
I don't
All
watch
these-
Fox News. That's why.
Well, you've never been to any waiting room in the South. All right. Let's
It's not
see.
correct.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move my dog friend. Come on, dog friend. I'm gonna go to the toll bridge. So that moves the penniless king. 1, 2. I am going to spend 6 of my coinage.
Wow.
Oh, you want your right hand rogue?
That was the wrong token that came along for the ride.
Grab that
Yeah.
right hand rogue.
Me and
You're all
Hamilton, we want our right hand man. Or
Right.
it was George Washington.
All right.
And that's it. That's all I do.
Do you get an extra coin because that's your neighborhood and you use the action?
He used this action over here.
I'm in the maroon.
Oh, my bad.
I'm in Maroon Town. Need 3-card Monty. All my rogues, so y'all don't know who you're scrapping with. They went the wrong way.
Okay.
Are your rogues running away from you? Oh,
I was trying to put them in my hand, and then they just went further south of my player board.
All of the tabletop digital interfaces have their own idiosyncrasies, right? It's occasionally just like throw something off the side of the table, and
It's like you're playing with a toddler, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It's like gonna lob it on the floor for no reason.
right? But then it's I think it must be in TTS where you can actually throw something on the floor and then like just pan your camera out and see it
And see it
sitting on the floor, like your game is actually on a table, and then there's a
Yes.
floor underneath it.
I think a lot of times when we play in TTS, it's just lofted in space, so it just goes into the abyss.
Yeah, it's gone forever. Whose turn is
All
it?
right, Haley, what you doing? It's Haley's.
Mine. So if I go here, I get.
That's how the
8
clock
coin.
works.
Shut up, Tyler.
I was telling Adam just in case he wasn't familiar. I thought he was earnest about knowing whose turn it was.
Oh yeah, so I was. It was more of a point of
I
helping
wouldn't say he
Haley
was ever
realize
sarcastic.
it was her turn.
Why is
Well,
everybody
Tyler-
looking at me? Oh,
So now I get 2 coins, and then do I have to pay Bree a coin, or does Bree get a coin from the bank?
No, Bree gets a coin from
I get a
me.
coin from. No, if it's
Oh.
you're taking the action of a neighborhood that I own,
Yes.
then I get a
Yes.
coin from the bank.
Oh.
It's only if you play the
Son of a
beggar,
beggar.
and lose to someone else, and and someone else wins the standoff, then you get the coin from them. That's the only time a coin comes from another player to you. Everything
Got it.
else comes from the bank. I suppose I should have a plan for my next turn, but I don't.
It's now.
Yeah, I know.
While you make that decision, I'm gonna feed Lily because she keeps yelling at me over my
Okay.
shoulder.
I'm sure that's exactly what she's thinking as well. What the F?
Definitely.
It's 7:30.
Right?
I
What's
know, right?
happening? How did I let this get so far? How did I get here in life? Let's do that. So I will draw a plot card.
Will
And
you be using the virtue of the neighborhood?
I will.
Oh, well then.
And I will be taking a token into my hand and then discarding another token. Into the river. Out of here,
You fool.
right?
Sorry, I was muted because the dog was walking. My turn. You're finished, right, Brick?
Yes, I'm finished.
All right,
You're
so I'm
good.
gonna move here, get my 3 coins because that is my spot, right? 2 for the normal thing, and then 1 more because I'm about to use its ability, which is going to be to let's start trying to instigate some more fights. Tyler's turn. Tyler's turn. Is Tyler trying to like tease us? Where am I gonna
know.
go? Where am I going? What am I doing?
You
Oh,
mentioned
you'll never
Carvati
know.
earlier. It's
I'm trying to do domestic functions while also trying to think strategically. Um,
I was going to say
think.
strategic family planning, but that's something different.
Just remember, Bree said this can play in under an hour. I mean, I know it seems like we're trying to prove Bree wrong that with this group it cannot be, but
all right, Adam takes a coin
sweet. Why do I take a coin?
because I. Oh, do I want to use
You
your?
don't have to take the action, but you can.
Oh, okay. You haven't put your token in it. Sorry, that's why I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Sorry, I'm trying to decide if I want to move one of your folks out.
You could do something very interesting if you choose to.
Yeah. I think if you told me, it would probably.
That would be the thing you hate,
the bit
Ty.
of-
Yeah,
that would be the
thing
grenade
that
hate.
I'm morally opposed to.
I don't think it would be very hard to figure out, though.
Okay. Oh,
I
think I know.
I will leave it at that.
I think I know what's up.
Little line.
I am gonna move Adam to here.
Okay.
Fight. You're the kid in the playground now.
You do get a coin as a result of that, Adam, which you can then use to finance this fight somehow. You can put on gold knuckles.
I mean, for what it's
Gold's a
worth,
very soft metal.
that outcome is bad for me because I have
No one there.
no one there, so I'm definitely losing my ownership.
Renown.
However, oh no, actually it doesn't matter because you're not taking the 2 coins from that. So
All right. So now we flip on this one down here. This happens now,
do.
yeah?
yeah, well,
Yeah.
assuming that you're done with everything else, you've played your plot cards, you've done,
Yeah, I don't have any plot cards. I need to get some.
then yes, flip.
So that's
Is it a
on
one
my
or
space.
around on the board? Okay.
Everybody has a 1, then blue wins.
Thank you, Ty.
You're so welcome, buddy. One good turn deserves another.
Boo.
I don't know if that was the cool thing that you were. I don't know if that was the cool thing you were referring to.
It was
but,
exactly the cool thing I was
okay,
referring to.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree. That was very cool.
You passed the test, Carolyn.
All right.
All right, my go. I know exactly where I go. I go here.
Here, I go here. I do.
I go here, and I do this.
I'm gonna do this.
You don't do that.
Nope,
What?
no, you don't do that
You
yet.
don't get to.
You have to win a standoff to do that.
Come on.
You gotta
How
win
long
a
have you been
fight.
playing
Wait,
this
wait, wait.
game for? There you go.
That you get to
that's
do.
That's what I'm doing.
That you get to do.
Did somebody move me off the drawbridge area?
No, your yellow's still there. Oh, yes. Your
Oh.
token got moved somewhere.
Where?
If you
Oh,
had
okay.
a
Over
token
here?
there.
Yeah, I was on the
no.
I was on the drawbridge
Was
or the
was
toll
there a
bridge.
standoff? There was no
No?
standoff?
Is there a way I can select?
It's
all of
definitely
these?
not there.
I mean, you've got 3 tokens in front of you, Ty, so it must have happened.
Well, I think either somebody moved me to this center space right here.
It sounds like
Anybody
something
remember
I might
moving
do.
me?
That might have happened. Yeah,
Sounds like,
Okay.
sounds like something I'd do.
because you did.
'Cause
have
I never
one-
got a
you
plot
did
card.
have one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. He has his right hand rogue, so he should have 4.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
where is the
Yeah,
extra
I
one
have-
there?
I got
Over-
one
over
in
here.
the
Oh, one in-
in
Okay,
Purple Town.
sounds good.
And Haley's
Is
about
there a
to
way
get
to
hers.
draw over all of these to select them all?
What?
Like,
You
all
can
these
shift
6
and
ones?
scroll.
Or
shift
with your mouse.
shift and
Yay.
draw box. Yeah.
Thank you. Got it.
Used to. It might have been quicker for you to just move them individually at this point, though.
Well,
How many was that? How many coins was that? Cheat. 1, 2,
6.
3, 4. I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
because I want these.
A right hand man.
All right.
Spicy. Spicy, spicy.
And are you playing any plot cards?
Oh, I can do. All right, I can do that at any time.
Okay.
Uh, Ooh. Yes. No.
All right. I'm taking no as the
No.
final answer. Bree?
Yes. No.
Are you voting? Is there a third voice?
Wait.
There's
No,
a Congress of Haleys.
No. Still no. Wait, yes.
Oh,
Oh my god.
What does it do?
It each player with more renown tokens in play than you must give you 1 coin. So I'll take a coin from Tyler and a coin from Adam, I think.
oh, you only have 1 renown in play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I would have had 2, except somebody just booted me out of this
Whatevs.
neighborhood over here. You saved me a coin.
Oh, that's worth it.
Let's see. Could you?
All right, Bree.
Yep.
It's finally your turn. Haley decided. She took a poll of all the Haleys.
Of which there are many. My name is so common.
I'm going here, which will move the Wrath token, which will trigger a standoff, but not quite yet.
Ooh.
And I will draw
God damn it.
from the bag.
You didn't want the
yellow
coin?
What?
You
Nope.
didn't want the coin?
Yellow gets a coin.
Mm.
And I need to discard. Bye, bigger.
So I can get a coin.
Yes, you get 1 coin from my using your neighborhood.
Cool.
And now there is a standoff in purple.
Well, I believe that's very timely and fortuitous for me, Adam.
Mm.
You think?
No, I don't know. No, you can't play any.
Okay.
You can't play any things. I assume this is your 2. Yes.
I believe it is my 2. I can't zoom in at the moment, but
It
yes.
is.
Okay. So, Purple Town belongs to them Yeller Dogs.
You can have it. I was done with it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like you. I got bored.
I see that Tyler is halfway though to winning.
Well, this is going to kind of have a teeter-totter effect because Bree is very close to taking a neighborhood that I have already taken because, she's got a lot of units there. She's
It
got
is-
a full
Like that.
set of
You
units.
can call me names. That's fine. I'm used to it. I can handle it. I got thick skin.
It is Bree. It's my turn, right? Okay, sorry.
It is your turn, yeah.
I mean, I'm. We've had fast
will-
rounds, but that would have been exceptionally fast.
We will do this so that I can. Oh, what do I do? What's the thing there? My bad. Move this. Move that.
Wrath King, Penniless King.
All right, so that, and then I'm also going to buy this 6. So I get my 2.
Cool.
Well done.
Let me take a look here. Okay. Place him here.
You would.
I would do that, wouldn't I? I'm
how
going
rude.
to get a coin from the space. I'm gonna get a coin from I'm gonna pull a new beggar out of the bag and get a coin from doing that.
Money, 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 money. Oh no,
Hello.
Twitch.
Oh, you're about to get DMCA struck or whatever it is? Is that what you were worried about there for a second? Yeah. It's legit.
Because
Alright.
my voice is so similar to a professional singer's voice
Yeah,
that they would absolutely
totally.
confuse it.
You're right. I was just wondering how they joined our stream. That was exactly.
I give almost anybody that's ever had any pop song in the past 45 years, I have given special guest status to. They can join our Discord at any time and come in. So it's time for a standoff, right, Bree? Am I
It
correct
sure
in
is.
understanding what's about to happen, what I've gotten myself into?
What have you done?
All right.
So I have the swordsman. Who
Okay.
he's basically a mercenary. He's worth
Mm.
0 unless I pay him 2 coins. But if I pay 2, he's worth 3. And
Did
I'll
you
go
get to
ahead.
make that decision before or after?
It's at the time of the standoff, is what it says. If you choose to pay 2 coins at the time of the standoff. So basically, I pay him 2 right now, and
Uh-huh.
he's worth 3.
Okay.
It's not ever. It's just when you use him, then you pay him.
But
Like
you don't
any-
need to
Okay.
use him, but you're still going to pay him to do it?
I'm not. Oh, I thought that was your 2. I'm sorry.
No.
Nope. Mercenary can choose to not fight
Wow.
today.
Well,
I
Adam, you sure
definitely thought you
did
played
diffuse
here.
my clever ruse.
My apologies.
Gosh, Adam.
But you do
Who's
get
the
your- you do
grenadier
get your
now,
extra point.
friend? All right. So I get the advantage because I lost. I get a
Yep.
coin from the reserve.
Nope. No, it's from
Oh,
you.
you get your coin from me.
Yes.
You're
Like, you
welcome
get
from
your-
me.
Yep.
This is a different token, young friend. I
Ah.
read the manual. This is the soothsayer. So I get a coin from the reserve and a card from the plot deck, as befits my station as a person who can tell the future.
I'm not even a person of station who can read numbers on tokens, so I defer to you.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said in the manual. If I'm
It is.
wrong and I'm making
No,
that up.
it absolutely is.
All right.
All right, and then I will take over. Get out of my neighborhood.
Gosh darn it. No.
Get the
Ah.
heckers out.
Out of here.
All right. So yeah, I gotta go on home. And I get my renown. Where'd my renown token go off to?
I've put it on your board for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. A little presumptuous, but all right, I'll take it.
Well, where else is it? I mean, if you want to put it somewhere else, rock on, you know? Yeah. But that was Bree's turn, right?
No.
No, that was mine.
Oh.
I instigated the standoff, and then so I could get some
I'm ready.
money and
I'm
plot.
doing it.
This is also
I'm
yours.
fighting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for my puppy
I'm
dog
not.
back.
Are you putting any cards in, H?
Am I? Am I?
Am I?
Am I?
Am
ever?
I am.
No, I am not.
Us scrapping Chanticleers, we don't trucking no cards
Well,
unless there's a very serious vote.
I'll take a coin from you then, Hayley.
Because you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get a coin from you because I won?
No.
No.
You get a
Only the
coin from
bigger
yourself.
to the X.
Did you take it already?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, only one beggar can take a coin in any given standoff, and it'll be the one that's closest to the X,
Oh.
the tiebreaker space.
Oh.
Oh, and I could have before I did that.
You could have.
You could have
could've
used the
used
tolls.
this.
Did you have
And
enough
then I
coins?
wouldn't have any money. So then how
Oh.
would I have given him a
Oh.
coin?
But did you have?
That seems like an unfair mulligan.
I had 4.
Mhm.
That's-
I'll allow it.
If that
Hayley.
was, that was
Okay.
that was the reason that you played there, then
Wow.
yeah, that is the
What-
order that happens in.
What
Yes.
spousal affection?
It's okay. I'm gonna win this
Where?
anyway, Ty, so
I
it doesn't
mean,
matter.
Spousal affection, following game rules. They're you know.
I
this is
understand.
this is how this is the order that.
Why
this
did
would
you?
happen.
Why did you just draw a card though?
I don't know.
Oh, because you were supposed to
'Cause
be
that-
playing the 4 to
that's
put your.
where
You need to go put your token up there.
Yeah.
It's
On
like you're
it.
doing things in bad order, Hayley. Sort it out. You get one of those a game.
In the order.
That's like the 3rd one, so
Yeah.
I get more than one a game. Damn. You just,
Well,
you know,
not
you
on
just
my
gotta
turn.
move
Because you're not my
confidently
spouse. I'm not going to give you spousal privileges. All right?
And so this is now mine, right? Because I
If you won
won.
the standoff. It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
indeed.
Oh, man. 2 renown in 1 turn. Those kind of snap in if you put it
Yeah.
in the shadow space.
I thought I did.
It is. I
Oh.
also thought it wasn't there, but it's because there's another one.
Oh, there's a little X. Okay.
There's 2 there because it's showing what you do on this board in the space.
I apologize.
I literally looked at it and was like, that's not where that goes. And then I looked closer and I was like, oh, actually, it is exactly where that goes.
So, Bree, this is your turn.
Yes, it sure is. I will go somewhere. What do I want to do? I want that.
What do any of us want to do, really? Win. We want to win.
Yeah. And I'll take the coin
Mm.
from here. And I will use the action, so Haley, you also get a coin.
Yay.
Bold move.
From the bank.
From the
Yeah,
bank, yes.
Getting it.
And
Got it.
Got it.
I want my right-hand rogue.
Oh, man.
I want my right-hand rogue.
All these
We've
big
got-
old tough guys coming to the forefront.
There's my 6.
Tough.
Hmm.
And that's my turn.
All right, let's give it a whirl. I will go here. I will spend my 5. Oh, doing it wrong. I will spend my 5 to put a square on this guy, which means that the king moves up to.
Yep. Oh, it can't move further on this turn.
Yep,
no
that's
matter
fine. But that means it
Because,
now
like,
triggers the
this-
fight.
Yeah, this would have happened. Like, this would have made it move a third space.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't matter. Like, it would have moved 1 from that and then 2 from this. But when it got to the, like, it would have moved 1 and then
One.
after the first move
Got
of
it.
this, it would have stopped.
All right. So this is where we're at. What you gonna do?
And yeah, you get to choose, but I'm assuming that this is where you want the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's up to you if you want to play if you want to play a card.
I don't want to
cannot.
play a card.
Okay.
'cause I don't
then
have
we
any.
We are resolving then.
What a bold statement. Because I don't
I-
have any.
I
Alright.
will pay.
It was like a 50-50. I thought maybe they want a card.
Oh.
Maybe they would want to try to get a coin off me instead.
I will pay.
So the swordsman done whooped you, huh?
Yep.
You stole my neighborhood.
I didn't.
I know.
Just to be clear, I love you. I would never do that to you. But
The chickens are coming for the
You
rats.
picked a fight that led to the stealing of her neighborhood.
That's
look,
true.
Are
I'm.
you cats, Adam?
Yes, I am.
So
Little kitties.
apologies.
I am the Marquise.
Marquis the cat.
All right, wrong game. We don't promote those guys here.
Alrighty.
So many beggars in the river. It's making me so sad.
How many tokens are there in that
We're up
bag?
I mean,
Actually,
We're up to 4. There are 8 more.
Oh my god.
So we have your record is
killed our
definitely
There is a.
record number.
And I assume there's a
Definitely-
finite number. It's not they get shuffled back in type thing. That you
There
could.
is a finite number.
Okay.
That's yeah.
All right. I am going to.
They don't get reincarnated from the river.
It's not like their
I'm
cousins
gonna play-
come for revenge from out of town. No. Okay.
I'm gonna play the devil.
We should look at the plot cards, I guess. But
When you place a
and
token-
come here to get a plot card.
Oh, nice.
And then so I draw 2 plot cards for that. I'll give Bree a coin to draw then a 3rd plot card.
okay.
Is that right?
Yep. And this is discard.
Yes.
I should have known, really, going up against Bree, the person that has played this before. They would have known to put their 3 there instead. But that's fine. That's fine.
Everything's fine.
Alright, are you done, Tyler?
I don't believe I can do anything else this turn. Let me put a puppy head on there.
And this is actually exactly how it works in the physical game. Also, by the way, like this is what the token looks like when you
Oh,
draw it from the
cool.
bag, and then
Nice.
you've got these little chits that fit right into it, and then you place this on the board, and you literally do exactly what we're doing here. You flip this over when you resolve.
Very cool.
That's neat. I like
Yeah,
it.
this implementation is really good on Tabletopia. It recreates the feeling of playing the game very accurately.
I like the artwork that they've even managed to make it look like the wood, like on these on the chits. I like it.
Yeah. It's cute.
This is a lovely
well.
game.
It's like that virtual tactile feel, you know. Like I can
Yeah.
even when I'm moving it, like I can imagine what this is gonna feel like as I'm doing it. You know. Sorry,
awesome.
whose turn are we at?
It's Haley's. She's
I'm-
doing
Of
it.
course it is.
Fairly certain that this game has never been described as lovely before.
Really?
Thank you.
You
well,
don't-
I mean,
really?
no,
I
no,
look
mean,
at it
in
and I
terms-
think
in
that
terms
the
of
art on all
artwork,
the
yeah.
cards.
We were talking
the
about
art-
how brutal it was and all the death. But yes, I'm with you in terms of the art. 100%.
So I will say, as somebody who, like, of our group, I would say I'm probably the most inclined to be drawn to thematics of games, right?
Mhm.
And so, yeah, a lot of the theming, I think, makes it even better. You know, it reminds me of a role playing game called Blades in the Dark. I don't know if you've ever played
I
that.
don't know it. No.
Oh, it's lovely. Not made by Lucky Duck, so we probably shouldn't mention it at all.
Oh, yeah.
But it has a lot of like
We all
neighborhood control, kind of a gangland style, medieval fantasy stuff going on.
I
So
want to check it out. And
Yeah.
you know, we and this is something we talk about internally, and something that I've really believed even before I had this job. But I'm firmly in the camp of a rising tide raises all ships. I don't see other publishers as just the enemy. Like, yes,
Not
we're
just the
competing
enemy.
with them. Well, no, we're competing with them. Like, they are our competitors, but
Yeah.
they're also
Yeah.
like, we are, as an industry, we want to grow, and we can only grow by being like by working towards a common goal. And that, like, just saying like, no, you can't talk about another publisher while we're playing my game is like, that's so counterproductive. If this game reminds you of something you love, I want to know. I want to check this game out now. I'm excited about it. I would never say that.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, you said Blades in the Dark?
Blades in the Dark. It's a role playing game. I don't know if you guys do a lot of. I mean, I know you were talking about some of the games that
Destinies
kind of
is
had a.
probably the closest to what we, and it's
Yeah.
a different kind of experience altogether. But it's
Sure.
but also, like, I mean, we call it like a role playing, like an RPG like game, because it's app supported, and the app essentially takes on the role of the GM.
Yeah.
So it's a different experience from playing an RPG like D&D. It's totally like but it's also an opportunity for somebody who might not have been comfortable trying something like D&D to play an RPG for the first time and kind of get a feeling for what it's like, with a little more maybe of a guide through the form of the app to walk them through the process. And it is my turn. I need to figure out what I want to do.
I love that. We have a similar. What's the word?
How many people are Lucky Duck taking to Gen Con?
Including,
How big's your booth?
so,
Come on, let's get to the names
the
of it.
booth is 20 by 20,
Okay.
but we also have 9 demo tables out in the exhibit and not in the exhibit hall, like not in our booth, that are being run by Envoy. So we have 4 people that are working at those booths, and then 4 people or at those tables, and then 4 people, demo staff who we've hired to work at our booth, and then we also have another 6
Wow.
employees attending.
And the point of sales is directly
Good
your booth. It's not go to another booth to buy the products, right? Okay, great. Yep, good. Just checking. Just maybe making a note for when I'm there, just to make sure.
Yeah,
Is our friend and player of Clock Tower, Carly, going to be there with?
she sure will.
Nice.
100%. So, yeah, well,
Off
we actually,
meta
like,
alone?
she and I tend to share a little chunk, like little slice of the booth where we have our meetings. So that's if you come by to see me, you'll be basically right next to the space where she's also taking meetings, and I'm sure that she would be delighted to see you also.
Nice.
She better be. You better be happy to see us, Carly.
I'm sure
We
she
might run some experimental clock tower,
Shh,
Carly.
we can't talk about that. Carry on. So I know what my turn is, Bree. Do you know what your turn
Well,
is?
I know in concept
And
what a
what a
turn
term is.
that I am capable of taking is. What do I want to do?
I'm having a great time. This is so fun. Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm really enjoying this. I will go here. I will take 2 coins.
While Bree's deciding on what she wants to do, I want to say to Taylor Brewing, FM Jason, and Rational Carl, thanks for the follow. Rational Carl, if you see irrational Carl, tell him he's welcome.
Is that Rational Carl's evil twin, by any chance?
I mean, just a little bit more erratic twin, I guess, right?
Sorry,
Slightly more prone to strange actions, arbitrary.
Bree, was that your entire turn?
See your minion.
I'm gonna take the action.
Hmm.
But I don't know where I'm gonna go. Where am I?
Boy, do I get a gold for that?
You do.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I'm missing owning things. Owning things got me coins, and I've realized I no longer own things.
Owning things. I really miss owning things. Well, you're a beggar guild leader, so get used to it. Uh-oh.
So you get a coin, Tyler. if you
Nice.
didn't
I
realize.
pulled it.
Tyler's already taken. Don't let him cheat and take another one. All right.
I didn't take another one.
So we're going to go there, which gets me 3 coins, and blue... Oh, I do own something.
Yeah.
Blue also gets a coin, right? That's the way that works?
Yeah. So you're gonna get 5 coins, I think, from that action.
No.
Oh, is it 1 coin and then? Oh, is it 4 coins
1
total?
and 2 and 1.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've got 4.
Yeah.
It's
1 plus 2 plus
Nice.
2 plus 1.
1
Yeah, there
plus
you go.
2.
Big move. Big move.
Wait, how
buddy.
many coins should I get? I thought you just said 6 there, it sounded like, but you mean 4, right?
4.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah, that's my turn.
How many
Okie-dokie.
plot cards can you play on your turn? Is it just one?
You can play 1. You can hold up to 4.
Owning things simulator. Yep, that's how I roll things here.
I am going to. I'll wait on that for a second. I want to go.
What theme song is that?
Is that the Doug theme song? You better believe it is. Would you expect anything different from me?
We are
No.
we are all about the latest references here on Off Matter. We had Wayne's World earlier, now we've got the Doug theme soon. This is
Oh man.
That's funny because when you did the Wayne's World reference, you said something about time travel, and it didn't click with me that that's what you were referencing. I actually, what I was thinking of was a much older reference, and it wasn't time travel. It was soap, which is that he does the same thing on soap, but it's to make himself invisible.
I don't know soap.
And,
Sorry,
it's so
Bree.
good, but yeah, it's. I mean, I'm probably enough older than you that it came out like in between when we were born. But
So I'm gonna move the Penniless
wouldn't-
King
I
one.
wouldn't
Ooh.
bet on it. Adam's
No.
old
I know.
man.
are you
He's
old?
got a baby face.
I'm gonna
I've had grey hair since I was like 21, just to be clear, so
pay. What is 6? Is that
which
2
was 6
plot
months
cards?
ago.
That's
6
oldest
what?
one.
7.
We all
Seven's
have
to
our
get the
6
2 cards.
already.
Yeah.
So the 6 is off.
You
It's
can't touch
closed.
the 6. Leave the 6. Stop even looking at it. Forget the 6 exists. As far as you're concerned, you get nothing at the 6.
Calm down, old hair, young face. Okay, just chill out.
And like it.
Okay, no hair, all face.
No hair, old face. I get it. I understand the dynamic.
I thought you said no hair, all face.
Yeah, I did say all face, but I couldn't figure out what to say as an insult, so I just went with that.
Well, when you
All
repeated it, I heard old face, but when you first said it, I heard all face. It's like,
So I'm gonna
that's
use
not his word.
justice to tell the roosters and the rats to get the hell out of my neighborhood. Fool.
That's pretty smart. Remove all rogue tokens from a neighborhood without triggering a standoff.
Yeah, it was a good
How do
one.
I rotate this slightly?
Q&E.
Okay.
Or just hold it until the deck.
It doesn't seem to be working. I don't know.
It's weird. It's worked for me.
Give it a try then.
All right.
Show us what we're doing wrong. All right, fine, whatever.
He did show you. Cheating, you be excited. And now I draw another plot card as a result of.
Oh, I see the
And-
color change now. Okay, go.
That was, you wanted this neighborhood cleared over here, right? The purple
Yes.
neighborhood?
Yes.
Is like we just said, is the old man face.
he'll
He's
grab
like,
you.
get off my lawn. That's what he's doing right now. Like,
I'll just drop this over here.
Haley's-
he just-
Haley's
I
paying
worked hard
attention.
on this crash.
Haley's not paying attention.
It's all good. He used a plot card to get both of our tokens out of that neighborhood.
Haley's already drinking. Like,
Oh.
don't expect anything from Haley at this point now.
Now, I was reading my cards so that I could be prepared for my turn is actually what was happening. Because
Makes
I want to
sense.
play like all of them, basically, but I've been told I can't. So, and now I need to choose which one to play.
Makes sense. What we got? What's next, Eddie?
And I think Tyler's scuppered one of those plans. So where's my token?
It's there.
It's in your hand.
I see it. Thank you.
Oh no, there's one still. Yeah.
Okay,
I
underneath
dropped on the
it.
table in front of her.
Thank you. I got it.
Rudely kicked out of this neighborhood.
What's purple
I
called?
gave you a notice of 10 days. I
For
said,
playing the eviction.
yeah,
The
and it was
tenants.
clear those were clearly members of law enforcement who came in
Move
and
along
said,
now.
I believe you were told 10 days, and you're like, it's been I got this 15 minutes ago. It's backdated. You can see when it was written.
Hayley's card is draw a row token and discard one of your row tokens.
Nice.
Lily, quiet. Shush.
The name of that card is Strength.
It's
So
not.
there-
It's
Yeah,
actually
this is-
11 strength. It's a roll check. Haley rolled the card and got 11 strength.
That's a really shitty
Boom.
strength score. Mini games.
Okay.
I mean, on a
so
D10, it's
now-
pretty good though. You know?
That's pretty. Yeah, if you're playing like World of Darkness stuff, I guess vampire with 11 strength. That's pretty good.
Where are people? People are.
Where are
Though in
people?
old World of Darkness, the
Where are people?
there's a lot of dogs. There's one cat on the board.
Yeah. Okay. I want to. I think I want to do this.
Mm.
Oh my goodness! It's gonna be a cat
Oh.
fight. It's gonna be a cat fight with the
Ooh.
rooster.
You set the cat among the pigeons.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Unfortunately, that's the end of
So-
stream. We-
So the king moves up, and
moves
I get
up
2
and
money,
moving.
and Adam gets 1 money.
2 monies. Oh my God! 2 money.
All right, Bree. Show us how it's done.
I'm
just putting pressure on Bree.
Requires knowing how it's done.
Just putting pressure
For
on Bree. You know, as the person here that's played the game, would be like, Bree, if you don't win this, I just want to be clear. Like, there's something wrong with you.
The head of Lucky Duck's gonna be placing a phone call tomorrow.
All right.
I saw the stream.
How do
I don't know,
lose
you know
these newbies?
You're required to win.
Win. Okay.
You must make everyone that plays against you look bad. Take 3 coins from the reserve. Add another player of your choice. All right. Oh, another
I
player.
will- Yeah, so I get 3, and Tyler, you can take 1.
Oh,
1 coin.
Whatever. He has enough coins. Disappointed.
I
Oh.
appreciate you, Bree.
I just picked up my phone. Adam, did you set the stream notification message?
Yes.
It says.
We
I'm gonna
do-
read it
they've
out.
all, if they're here, they've
Nice.
seen it. Don't worry about it.
Bree.
I haven't
Really?
seen it.
Some of them were raided. You are important. You are loved. You
Aw.
deserve more than you get. Always know that. Confirm you read this message by clicking watch. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/off-minute-plays.
Plays, yeah. Hey, look, if you're gonna try to get attention, be affirmational at the same time. That's what I say.
Okay,
Who
so
knew
I
you had it in
played.
him?
I'm really, really going to try to put this card in my hand. There we go. I'm getting 2 coins, and yes, now
Oh,
I'm
there's gonna be a
giving you 1
standoff.
coin. Now I'm giving
Yeah,
you 1
fight.
coin because I'm drawing. I'm
Son
taking
of a.
2. So see, a little bit to everyone.
I didn't realize you'd put your token there because it was missing.
I just I just did. Sorry.
It's all good.
Realize that you put your token there.
All right,
Wasn't-
and now there will be a standoff.
All right.
Let's go.
It's gonna be that damn 3 thing
Really?
again, isn't it? Yeah.
let the bodies
is.
hit the floor.
Haley.
Really?
Oh, it's yeah. I'm here.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh.
put money in.
You
Wait,
do.
am I? Yes.
Well,
Wait,
you don't have to.
Is there any point?
Yes, to win that space.
If you want to win it, you have to pay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I'm the tiebreaker as well.
That's
so
right.
Heck yeah, I have to pay 2 coins, right?
That's right.
I am not going to pay if Haley is paying.
That's a good call.
Surely you guys have to decide in some sort of order who's paying.
Before
It's not. This is actually something that I have received questions about from
Yeah.
like, and this is. I think we even have a BGG thread where the original designer of the game, because I reached out to him to get a confirmation on this, and it's resolved in order from the X.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's
All right.
All right.
if I'm remembering that right.
Hayley
mean,
has
that would
taken
be-
the town.
Possible that I'm not, but I think I am.
Oh,
I
that's
was
mine.
kicked out of somewhere though, right? Yes, I was.
Were you kicked out of somewhere?
Here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Some-
that was Adam's
some
Adam
jerk.
and Bree's fault.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bree, have you been informed that we're running a script for tomorrow called the Bree Team?
You know what's funny? I saw it in your Discord as your event, and I was like, I thought at first that it was an event for today.
Around you. Yeah.
When I saw that,
Oh, okay.
and then I was like, oh, that's actually for tomorrow, and it's not even for this game, Triplet on the Clock Tower. That's quite funny.
But tell the truth. At first, we like, I can't believe they spelled my name wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
There was a lot of like, what's with these cheese jokes?
so my Bree is BREE is
Yeah.
my full name, and I obviously have been hearing that my whole
Yeah.
life, like the BRIE, and the stinky cheese references my whole life. But Bree, just Bree, is I was named after Bree Hill in The Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
So the
Oh,
the town where the prancing pony is, where the hobbits meet Aragorn for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
My parents are geeks too. It runs in the family.
So correct me if I'm wrong. This is my turn again now, right?
It is your turn.
Yes, indeed.
What's the
Get
chance?
to go.
What's the chance he's got something good there?
No one has
Zero.
anything good.
Oh, it
We don't
doesn't
have
trigger
good things here.
It triggers it here. What's the chance he's got something good there?
We don't have good things here.
So I've got 6. I need a 7. So I guess we'll. Well, I guess we'll do this. That was to get a coin. Now Tyler gets a... No, sorry, Green gets a coin. Oh, I'm helping Bree, typical.
I am so
I-
poor.
I don't know.
Look
Do,
at all your
do I
money.
get that? I didn't see your. I don't see.
I'm
your,
about to spend
your-
this.
your-
I'm about
Yeah,
to 7 to
he's
do it.
taking the toll.
Oh, I see
don't
how
see
it's
your
going.
token.
Oh, I see how it's going.
Oh.
Whatever.
I like your style, Bree. I like it.
So I'm doing that to spend the 7, which gets
Oh,
me 2 of
did
these.
you move there? I didn't have any indication.
That's what I get for being nice to people. Oh no, this is terrible for me.
This is so terrible. What's happening to me right now? That's Adam's way of thinking about stuff.
How many does this play up to? Is it 5?
5.
4.
It
5.
plays up to 5.
That's why there's 5 slots here.
I feel like, so we have a regular friend gaming group on Tuesday evenings, and I think that they would enjoy this.
Awesome. That always makes me happy to hear. And this is. I really enjoy this game, and obviously I'm a little biased, but I'm always happy to hear that other people are enjoying playing it.
I think they would.
Adam,
wanna
do I
share
get
it
to
with
go?
If any of you
I'm
are
done,
in
yeah.
chat right now watching us, as friends should, just so you know, like,
Well, let's
Safe.
take a look.
I want to.
The music is wrong right now. I need to change the music.
The music is wrong.
is it not
It's
Parisian?
of the devil. I am going to, first off, I'm going to play Strength. See what I can. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to move the board around.
I don't know what that was, but it was great.
Come on.
I'll get it.
There we go. All right. Take this into my hand. Get out of that bag. Get into my hand. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. That going. Alrighty. So I played that. I'm going to play. I'm gonna play here. to move the Penniless King up twice. So I will get. I will also take the plot card. So take a coin, Bree.
Why, thank you.
If that's what you're into, you and me, we're sitting here, we're playing games. All right, I have moved the Penniless King. That instigates a standoff between Adam and I. I have the tiebreaker,
My neighborhood, my beautiful
and I think I have a 2
neighborhood.
there. So I will take over
You've
this
Gobbled my
neighborhood.
plan.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
That's my least favorite part of head-to-head competitive games is disappointing you, Hayley, specifically. So I really do apologize.
Which is funny because his favorite thing about competitive head-to-head games is getting to disappoint you as well, Haley. It's just a weird balance as the way Tyler's
I really
games go.
can't win because I know Hayley gets disappointed when I lose. So if I beat her, she's disappointed. If I lose, she's disappointed. So there's like, maybe it's like 50% of all games she's walking away disappointed. You know? Anyway.
So disappointed. Who's
So
winning? I feel like Adam's winning.
well, you can tell who's winning because now
How much they've got
because of
here.
how many renown they've got on their reserve.
Yep.
Tyler's
So-
pretty close to having 1 down, just to be clear. 1 away.
But I will say
Well,
like Bree was down to
until just
1.
now.
Yeah, Bree was down to 1. It
Well, no, I was down to
totters back.
2, but
Yeah, but
now you are down to 2.
he is pretty close.
I feel like Adam's winning because he's got these permanent 3 out.
No, that doesn't. Trust me, it doesn't matter. Ty's about
Adam
to have
is
3
winning
out.
because he's
Maybe
trying to
it's
convince you that someone else is winning. That's what's happening. Haley, it's your turn.
Ty could win in 2 turns if you're not careful.
Just 2 turns.
Okay.
I could also be back at the bottom of the dog pile. That's how
won't
being
be.
a dog works.
You won't be,
Sometimes
but-
you're the top dog. Other times you're the bottom of the pile dog. You got fleas. You're nippy. You got the mange. Make the rules.
Do you
Haley.
have the mange? Is that what you're telling us? I'm confused.
That's where all my head hair went. All right.
Hey, Chop.
Okay. Yeah, I've done it. So I'm taking 2 from the bank. 1, 2 from the bank. Here. And then I am going to use the ability, so Tyler, you can also take 1 from the bank.
All right. Cool.
And then I'm going to move my own token here
Do we have a standoff?
Oh,
and pray.
I mean,
Okay.
Pray. Very
You're
All right,
losing
let's
that
do
H.
it. I don't
Yeah, maybe.
remember everything that I put here, but let's find out.
I might
What
lose
is
it.
it?
I don't mind.
That's a 2,
I'm spending the money.
and I think I put a 1 here.
you can
Can you remind me what the pickpocket does?
if you win the fight,
I
the
get a
standoff,
coin.
You get 2 coins from the reserve.
Okay. So
Okay, so not
are
from
you
me.
gonna spend the money?
You can choose, and if you win, or sorry, if you do pay, there will be a tie.
Which
Yeah,
I
but then
break,
he'll
right?
win the
Which,
tie.
yeah, the
So
tie.
no, I'm spending the
yeah.
money.
Okay.
But you do get 2 coins from the bank, Tyler,
Cool.
because you won
Alright.
the standoff and you played the pickpocket.
All right. Would somebody help me out? Give me 2 coins. Please, guy. Thank you.
That's
So Ty now wins next turn unless someone takes something off of him. Just to be clear.
Well, that's what I was trying to do.
I'm just letting you know.
I was trying to do it somewhere else, but
I
it's-
appreciate how clear you're being, Adam.
I'm a good
This
person.
is my I appreciate how clear you're being face.
Oh, I could have done something so much better than that. I've just reread my cards in my hand. Oops.
Oh my God.
I know.
Bree?
I thought. Sorry.
Oh no, it's Haley, isn't it? No, it's Haley.
Yeah,
just
I was
at
like,
that.
I thought it was Haley's turn.
No,
but
Haley
Haley
just did that.
instigated that
maybe when I
standoff
looked away,
fight.
she took a very fast turn that I totally missed. So.
She
I
was
did-
the one that
yeah, that
instigated
was
that fight.
Oh, that's right.
Against
You
my
are
best-
correct. Okay.
I had better
I
things
will.
I should have done, and I didn't do them.
Not do that. Not do that. Yeah. here. I'll be more on top of this time. And I will pay. Well, I don't even know what I want. What do I want?
You can have whatever you want. I run this toll gate now. I say, take whatever you'd like, as long as you pay the toll.
So Adam, if you ever edit this,
Before.
I just left a little voice recording just for WeCast of what I should have done.
All right. Well,
I like how she did it on the one. He's like, I'm not editing it. There's no way. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tyler's winning this. Why am I going to edit this to make it quicker? I want less people to see the end of this video because this is the one they would see Tyler winning on. So
So Tyler, you get a
this
coin.
needs to be the
Thank
3-hour
you.
game.
I wish we'd have recorded that long shot game I won instead of the 7 that went kaput each time we tried to play.
And that's my turn.
GG Tyler. What could I do? Anything interesting? No. Nothing that I can see.
Forward, penniless king. All right. Did you get a plot card?
Yeah, I did. I'm good. And yes, so
And
you get a coin.
I need a gold.
Oh, shut up, Ty. Just fucking win.
Well, I need the coin to do the winning. I need the coin to do the
No,
winning.
you don't, do you?
I did.
No, you don't. You had
Uh,
7.
Actually,
You had 7.
but I needed 8
No, you don't. You need 7.
to win with more aplomb. And I will actually play this Wheel of Fortune to get 3 more coins, I think. Let me make sure I read all this and there's not
He's
like,
one of
some
those
flaw.
kind of players. And this is the first time I've ever seen Tyler win where it's like, no, I can't just win. I have to try and
Oh,
make it
come on.
so that I win
Best
by
win
this
possible.
much. This much.
Fine. I'll hold it in my hand.
I'm just messing with
Adam.
you, buddy. You're
I'll
allowed
hold
to.
it in my
You're allowed to
hand.
have your turn and have your moments, Hi. It doesn't happen often, so you enjoy this.
I never get to win.
I'm gonna get fired.
I'm just gonna find you in this moment of euphoria about the time I threw a grenade and killed us both.
I know. That was a wonderful tie. All right, I'll take advantage of this space. I'll get another coin, and then I will spend the coins. So once I place this renown marker, the game is over. So whatever happens as a result of that, it doesn't matter.
No,
All right.
as soon as the 6th renown marker is placed, the game ends.
Okay. Well, I will spend all of my coins, and if you want me to shift and do all that, I can. But I'm going to place it here, and I'm going to move the Penniless King however many spaces it says to move him. So, cha-ching, and I get a coin for that, which doesn't matter. So,
It's extra winning, I guess.
it's extra winning! Well, you know, there's some of these games, and I'm so glad that this is not one of those games. There's some of those games where you have to like tally up points. So like, there's a condition that ends the game, but doesn't really tell you who wins. And now you got to go like do some like calculus, and you got to figure out like, oh, the hypotenuse of that move was worth 72 points, and I won because I had a real store of grain over here. Who knew? It bugs me. Anyway, I really
enjoyed this game. Is that what Tyler
I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed this. This is my kind of game. Yeah.
So
But
Bree, how
I
are you
didn't
gonna
say that.
explain this
I
to
haven't.
tomorrow's
I
play?
didn't say that about another game that I won. No, I was like, it was fine.
It's fine. We'll just have to have a rematch.
This
See if
game
he
was
still.
fun.
We'll see if he still says how much he loves it if he doesn't win the second time.
I still no. I think I love it every time. I really do that. A lot of the,
I
things.
believe you. I'm not trying to challenge your love of the game. What were you saying, Haley?
I was just saying, how are you going to explain that in tomorrow's team meeting?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna get fired. They're gonna throw me in the river.
Do you see what you did, Tyler?
They're gonna throw me in the river. That's awesome.
A man with no hair and all face beat you. How could this happen?
Do you by any chance have 6 fingers on your left hand? With your right hand.
Oh boy.
Well, Bree, we
Well,
really
it's just
appreciate
all
you
right.
coming. Do you want to recap people on what they can expect to get from Lucky Duck Games at Gen Con? Then we're going to send them off in the night.
Terrific, yeah. So yeah, we're going to be at Gen Con at booth 157. We are releasing It's a Wonderful Kingdom, which I have right here behind me, which is the 1 and 2 player follow-up to It's a Wonderful World. And we'll also have our flagship title, Chronicles of Crime, the Millennium. We'll also have the Chronicles of Crime Millennium series, and for the first time available on its own, we'll have Chronicles of Time, which is the expansion to the Millennium series that adds time travel and ties the stories of all 3 Millennium series games together. And we'll also have Destinies and all of the fun stuff that goes along with it, and our kids' games, Kids Chronicles, Yummy Yummy Monster Tummy. And this one, Court of Miracles, and the other 2 titles that were released around the same time as this last year, Small Islands and King of 12. And if you are into, obviously, like you folks and probably the folks in your chat are into like cutthroat head-to-head games, this is King of 12 is also a terrific option, but plays in like 15 or 20 minutes instead of an hour or more. Very different kind of game from this, but also highly recommended if that's the kind of game you're looking for. And we'll have that too.
Well, I'm going to ask Adam and Hayley to pick this up for me at Gen Con and send it through a mail system at some point.
You can buy your own dang game, Tyler.
I'm going to pay for it. I'm just going to have you be my hands.
Yeah, only if I can sign the box, Tyler.
I mean,
A little message on there for you.
I can't say that there are
To
Adam
the
signed
victor
boxes.
go the spoils, Adam. That's what you'll put on the box.
I can't
can
say that
check-
there are signed boxes available, but this game is available in retail. You can buy this at your friendly local game store also.
Nice.
So that is also an option if you are not able to join us at Gen Con.
Well, Bree, I hope when Gen Con comes and goes, you'll be able to come back and play some of the other fantastic Lucky Duck games. We would love to check out King of 12. I know we were deciding between those 2 when we came on, and then some of the other things that you had proposed to us. So we'd be happy to check some of that out and show it off on the channel. You can check out more Off Meta at youtube.com/offmetaplays. You can tweet at us at Off Meta Tweets. Can they tweet at you, Bree?
Yeah, Lucky Duck Games. I have to double check because on Twitch. Well, on Twitch we're Lucky Duck Games EN because we also have our
other languages.
I was mentioning earlier that we also sell games in French and Polish and Italian. So we have, and I just feel like I should double check that I'm giving you the right information here. But it is.
We didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Nope,
I'm sorry.
You're all good. Yeah, it is just Lucky Duck Games for Twitter.
Nice. So
Really,
tweet at them.
honestly, I really should know that off the top of my head. Too many social media accounts.
The Off Meta Twitter earlier on, I tagged at Lucky Duck Games, so I hope it's correct.
That's right. It's right.
And we have in chat a couple of people say so very wrong about games is saying Court of Miracles is so good. So I'm hoping that they are right about that. I think that they're right about that, having played it just now.
I'm glad. I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, this is
then
good.
we
And
have
thank you. So,
Secret
although so very wrong about games does imply that
Not a ringing endorsement, is it? If Rational Carl was saying this game is really sound, I'd be like, oh, okay, bold. Yeah, I like it. I'm here with you, Rational Carl.
And Secret Tunnel really wants you to come back, so because
Yeah. Yay.
you're great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you,
We would
Secret
love to
Tunnel.
have it.
I would love to do that. This was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed gaming with all of you, and would love to come back and play more of our games or even something else. I mean, obviously, it's my job, and I love our games, and I'm always happy to promote them. But there's lots of games to be played, and I'm always happy to play games.
Well, maybe we'll indoctrinate you into Clock Tower. Make you and
It's
Carly.
gotta happen
We can-
at some point.
Bree versus Carly live on
boy.
stream. There you go.
That's not fair.
There'll be other
never
players
played.
around.
I've never played.
You can trust everything Carly will say to you. Don't worry.
That I know better.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for being here.
She has warned me. She's like, especially in Blood on the Clock Tower, you can't trust me.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everyone for being here. We were live on YouTube and Twitch. As always, I'm going to give you a wave goodbye now. But thank you, Bree, again for being here. You're welcome back almost any time. Almost any time. as long as you stop helping Tyler win. Thanks, everyone. Take care. See you next time.